Champions League Vikingur Reykjavik vs Shamrock Rovers. Prediction, team news, lineups preview. Vikingur Reykjavik and Shamrock Rovers get underway in the Champions League qualifiers when they lock horns at the Vikingsfaller Stadium in the first qualifying round on Tuesday. The hosts head into the midweek clash fresh off the back of reaching the Icelandic Men's Football Cup final and will be looking to pick up a vital first-leg victory. Match preview. Vikingur Reykjavik took one step closer to a fourth consecutive Icelandic Men's Football Cup crown on Wednesday when they secured a penalty shootout victory over Stjarnan after a 1-1 draw in normal time. After falling behind to Daniel Dayon Jurik's first-half strike, Gudmundur Kristjansson netted a dramatic 91st-minute equalizer to draw Stjarnan level and to force extra time. But with nothing to separate the sides after 30 minutes, the game went to penalties, where the hosts secured a 5-4 victory. This was in keeping with their impressive run of results in the Besta Deildin, where they are on a 9-game unbeaten run, picking up 6 wins and 3 draws since May's 3-1 loss against Kópavogur, their only defeat in the league this season. Having clinched the 2023 league title, the Vikingur are on course to retain the crown as they currently lead the way at the top of the table with 33 points from their 14 games, 5 points above second-placed Valur Reykjavik. Arnar Gunnlaugsson's men went unbeaten in 21 of their 22 matches last season, picking up 19 wins and 2 draws, to clinch their 7th Besta Deildin title and book their spot in the Champions League qualifiers. Vikingur are yet to feature in any UEFA competition, coming closest in the 2022-23 campaign, when they stormed to the third qualifying round before losing 4-1 on aggregate to Polish outfit Lech Poznan. Shamrock Rovers, on the other hand, returned to winning ways in midweek as they held their lead to see out a 1-0 victory over Dundalk FC in the Irish Premier League. After moving ahead at the Tallaght Stadium courtesy of a 29th-minute effort from Johnny Kenny, the hosts turned in a solid defensive effort to protect their lead and hand Dundalk their 12th league loss of the season. Prior to that, Shamrock Rovers were on a run of 2 back-to-back league defeats, losing 2-1 against St. Patrick's Athletic on June 13, 2 weeks before suffering a 2-0 loss against Sligo Rovers at the Showground Stadium. Stephen Bradley's men have picked up 9 wins and 7 draws in their 23 Premier League matches this season to collect 34 points and sit 4th in the table, 13 points adrift of league leaders Shelbourne. Shamrock Rovers have lost 7 games this term, 3 more than their total tally for last season, when they stormed to the league title, claiming 72 points from 36 games, to secure their spot in the Champions League qualifiers. Having failed to secure European football last season, the aim for the Hoops remains to return to Europe for the first time since the 2022-23 campaign, when they featured in the Europa Conference League, albeit crashing out in the group stages. Shamrock Rovers secured a 3-2 aggregate victory over Partizan back in 2011 to become the first Irish side to qualify for the UEFA Europa League, but are yet to make an appearance in the Champions League. Team news. With his opener in last Wednesday's victory over Stjarnan, Jurik now has 7 goal involvements in his last 3 games, and the 21-year-old forward will be one to keep an eye on. Jurik, who boasts 6 goals and 3 assists in 11 league appearances, should form the attacking quarter with Ari Sigurpálsson, Helgi Gudjonsson and striker Valdemar Poor Ingemundarson. Celtic Loney Kenny has scored each of Shamrock Rovers' 2 league goals this season, and we expect the 21-year-old to spearhead the attack once again. He should be joined in the front too by strike partner Jack Byrne, while we expect an unchanged back 3 of Joshua Honohan, Roberto Lopez and Sean Hoare, following their clean sheet against Dundalk at the weekend. On the injury front, Bradley will be unable to name several players down the spine of the team as Neil Ferrugia, Lee Grace and Sean Kavanagh continue their spells on the sidelines. Veteran midfielder Rory Gaffney has missed each of the last 11 matches since sustaining a severe injury back in injury and is also out of contention for Shamrock. Vikingur Reykjavik possible starting lineup: Arindjornsson, Vatnamar, Ekroth, Sigurdsson, Gunnarsson, Andersson, Thordarson, Sigurpálsson, Jurek, Gudjonsson, Ingemundarson. Shamrock Rovers possible starting lineup. Poles, Honohan, Lopez, Hoare, Clark, Watts, McAneff, Nugent, O'Neill, Byrne, Kenny. We say, Vikingur Reykjavik 2-1 Shamrock Rovers. Fresh off the back of a thrilling cup victory, Vikingur will head into Tuesday's clash with confidence as they look to kick off their qualifying campaign on a high. While Shamrock Rovers will be looking to pick up where they left off against Dundalk. They have struggled for results on the road, where they have lost 3 of their last 4 games. We predict a cagey affair at the Vikingsfaller Stadium, with the home side coming away with a narrow victory. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.